Hello everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Shiva Ravindra. Today I am going to explain complex interview clinical question and answers. In that question number 7 out of 100. So generally we heard what is sensor. What is sensory? So sensoring occur when we don't know the exact time of an event. So events are like the disease may be increasing, that is progression, or death may be happen. So these two are we consider general solid tumor event. So this type of events we don't know when it was happen for a patient, but we know they are event free up to the certain point. So we are measuring it so second month, and in the fourth month also we measuring that time the disease was size was increasing, but we don't know when it was happening. So up to that particular month, the subject was event free. From the fourth month onwards, the subject is increasing the size. So be during duration, we can consider the subject is event free. So then we can consider that as a sense. So, in simple words, we stop observing the patient. So, the exact survival time is unknown, but we know it is at least until this time the subject is event free. So, fourth month, if you are measuring from the second month, we don't have any tumor increment. So, fourth month measuring, okay, increment was happening, but when it was happening, we don't know, right? So, up to the fourth month, the subject is event free. From the fourth month onward, the subject having the event. So these 4 months we can consider the subject is sensor. From the fourth month onward, the subject is a event. Okay. So here you will see the first Jan progression was happening and first April follow up. So no, because event was observed. Is censored? No, because progression was happened, right? So first Jan, so we don't know see any event. So from the last follow first July we again measured. Yes, the subject is censored because there is no event, that is progression or death was not happen. PF is unknown after first July. Even the first July, if something was happening also, up to the 1st July, the subject is event free. Subject 102 is censored at 1st July. We know the progression free until 1st July, but not lot after. Okay. So, what is the right censoring, left censoring, interval censoring? So, right censoring nothing but it is the most common event has not occurred by the follow-up time. So example, patient alive and tumor was stable at last visit, PFS censored at the last visit, just now we said. So left censoring event occurred before the observation was started. So rare in oncology, tumor progression is known but data is unknown. So event was occurred before the observation started. Okay, so generally we use the right censoring in most of the oncology, and interval censoring event occur between the two visits. So that time tumor assessed on every 6 weeks, progression was observed week 12. Actual event may have occurred between the week to 6 to 12. So that one we can consider interval censoring. So right censoring event was happened occurred by the last follow-up. So patient is alive, tumor at the stable last visit, PFS censored at the last visit. So event was occurred before the observation start. So this is was not used generally. Most oncology study we use the right censoring. So just a cast comparing with this video to the previous video. Progression free survival without any progression at analysis. So sensor last tumor, then we can consider it is a sensor. In the duration of response, no disease progression or death was happening. So that is a sensor. So no assessment after replacement plus 1 day. Okay. Only confirmed response were analyzed here. And here patients start with the new therapy before the progression censored at the last assessment. Patient missed the tumor assessment, we can a valid last date, we can consider that also censor. No tumor assessment was happening, so we can take the first dose data. So then also the subject is censored. So censored nothing but event free. Event was happening, that is the event. So when the censor, we can consider this criteria, duration of responses. These are the criteria to see that subject is a sensor. And here overall survival cases, patient live, so we can consider that is a sensor. If the death is an event, so we can consider. Why the sensor is important? Ensure the accurate survival estimate and inclusion all patients in the Kaplan-Meier analysis, patient bias in the median survival calculations, and real world study scenarios where the follow-up may be incomplete cases. The censoring import here, simple words, overall survival, the event is a death and the sensor is alive. So in case of the duration of the response, so if the subject have a confirmed response or no disease or progression or no disease after response, the subject is a sensor. Here, for example, the visualization you can see. Patient 1 event is progressive disease. Patient 2 is a sensor. Patient 3 is a death. Okay. So the particular duration you can see the patient to this much of duration after that one sensor event. So event line progression or death was observed. Censored line patient still progression free at the last visit. Okay. So you can see event was happening. So PD. And here the censored means so much time the subject traveled, then the subject was censored. So here event was happening at the death. So event line progression or death was observed. This patient 3. Sensor line patient still progression free at the last visit. Okay. So Kaplan-Meier curve used to censoring points to calculate the survival probability. Censoring occurred when the exact time event unknown, but we know the patient was event free up to a particular certain time point. It is a critical for the survival analysis, progression free survival, overall survival, duration of the response, ensuring the unbiased estimate when the patients are lost to follow, start a new therapy or incomplete assessment. Okay. So this whether the subject is censored, whether subject having the event, so we will use in case of OS, PFS or DOR duration of the response calculations. Okay.